Hey guys, this is John from Appalachian Creative, and today I'm going to try to attempt something that I don't know if I'm going to be able to do or not, but we're going to give it a try. So I'm out here today freezing my donkey off, and I'm sitting on my problem that I've got to try to solve for today. This is the transformer for my house and my father-in-law's house, and the power comes in underground, and that's the problem here, because this tree here over the years has grown up and it's pushing this box up and tilting it. I had the power company come out 7 years ago, I think it was, and they leveled it and moved it over about a foot from the tree, and they told me then that there was no more wire left, that it was maxed out, it was pulled tight. And so now the tree has grown 3 times its size what it was, 7 years ago. And I called the power company and asked them to come and look at it again, and they came and looked at it and said there's nothing they can do for it. Said there was no more wire left, and it's pulled so tight right now that it's just about to pull the wire out of the lugs in the transformer. So I asked them, I said, what do I do? And they told me that either I cut this tree down and try to kill the roots and let them rot out so it'll try to settle back down, or I let it go and it'll pop them wires off, and then it's going to cost a lot of money to fix it, because they said that would be our bill. So I told my father-in-law that if we didn't cut that tree, it was going to pop the wires out of the transformer, and I told him that he was going to have to pay the bill because I wasn't going to do it, because I tried to solve it 7 years ago and he wouldn't let me cut this tree. So he agreed. He said, let's go ahead and cut it then. He said, but don't tear up my grass. So the man loves grass more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. And I think if he could grow grass in his house on the floors, that's what he'd have instead of hardwood or carpet. But so I decided I was going to wait until winter time, and when the ground's frozen, which it's froze solid right now, it got down in the teens last night, and it's been that way for 3 days, so the ground's solid. So I think I can get my excavator up here, and what I'm going to do is cut this tree. I'm going to notch it big notch on this side, on the side that's going to fall to, and then I'm going to cut the tree halfway in two, and then bring my excavator up here and push from up high and push it over the hill, because I can't take a chance on it hitting this transformer, and it's leaning toward our pool house over there. So I can't take a chance on it hitting either one of those. So that's the only option I've got. So I got my steel chainsaw out again after, a couple weeks ago I done some tuning on it and put a new plug in it and had it running really good. I even cut a tree up with it, and it ran perfect. Now it's been 3 weeks ago, and I tried to use it or start it up this morning. It'll start and idle fine, but it won't take gas. It won't throttle up. So I'm gonna try to use my electric Ego chainsaw and see what it does. So I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm running out of options, and it's supposed to be cold today, tonight, and tomorrow, and then it's supposed to warm up and start raining for about 3 or 4 days, so I gotta try to get it done today. So I'm gonna try to get my excavator up here, and I've got to bring it up a pretty steep little bank there. It's froze. I hope I can get enough traction to come up it, but we'll see. But I'm gonna get to this and see if I can get this thing down and at least if I can get it down, I can work on it when it's, you know, dried and get it cut up. So let's see what I can do. If I fail, I fail. If I do, you'll get to see it. Now let's see if I can get up this hill without tearing everything up. You'll have to excuse my voice. I'm getting a sore throat from being out in the cold so much. There we go. Let's see if I can get in the right position here so I can. A little bit too close. I'm still going to leave tracks, but at least it's not going to tear it up, make big ruts in it. I think that'll work. Yeah, here goes nothing. I don't know. I hope this works. Well, my batteries went dead on me already where it's so cold. I'm gonna go get my steel chainsaw and see if I can get it to run enough to cut the rest of this. I don't think this is going to work. Let's see if I can push it now. Well, that worked. I don't know what kind of tree this is. I'm ashamed to admit I forgot all the trees. Here I was a Eagle Scout. Of course, that was 150 years ago, seems like. But I don't know what kind of tree this is, so if anybody knows, let me know, because this thing absolutely stinks. I mean, the wood smells awful. I don't know what it is. It's got kind of a bitter smell to it. So if any of you guys out there know, just put it in the comments. I'm curious to see what it is. That actually worked a lot better than I thought it was going to. I cut it like I did with that big old thick wedge, and then cut down like this, like you've seen, so it would have something to kick back against, because I was kind of afraid it'd hit that tree there, and it did. Instead of kicking off this way and taking a chance on hitting that power box or transformer, it actually held it in place until it got going over, and then it rolled when it hit that tree. You can see right there in the ground where it hit. That's not the best way to do it, and it's probably not the right way to do it, but sometimes you don't have no choice. I'm just glad it's down. Now I gotta figure out what's wrong with that chainsaw. It had my father-in-law put some bad gas in it back in the spring, and I think it's messed the carburetor up, so I'm gonna have to either take it somewhere and get it fixed, or try to take the carburetor apart on it. But I'm gonna get my skid steer moved and get the excavator back down the hill. Since my saw's messed up, I'm gonna try to break much of those limbs off if I can with the excavator. So that's gonna be fun. I like doing that. go down here and break some of these limbs off. The more I can break off, the less I have to fool with that saw. Sorry about all the sniffling, but I've got a cold where I've been outside in the weather and rain for the last couple of days. I don't know how good this tree's going to break up. Can't get my door to latch for some reason. I guess where it's so cold out. It's breaking off pretty good. Kind of seemed like it's going to be a little bit flexible instead of breaking. One thing I'm wanting to do this winter, if I get a chance, is I'm planning on trying to make a shear to put on the end of the boom where I can take the bucket off and just stuff like this right here. I could just cut it up into small pieces and stack it up to burn. It'd be a lot easier to move around that way. I could like if I was doing a clearing job or something, I could put it in the dump trailer or dump truck. That's another thing I'm hoping to do in the next little bit. I'm working on getting a dump truck. It's pretty bad shape. It's going to need a lot of work, but mechanically it's in really good shape. It's been on a rock quarry and it's only got 800 some miles on it. So as far as the running gear and the engine and all that, it's in really good shape. But I think it's a 78 model International. So the cab's rusted really bad. It's so bad that the bottom of the cab has fell through, and the driver's seat is they've shoved a road sign underneath it and put 2x4s down there to hold the seat in place. So yeah, that ain't gonna break. So like I said, it's going to take a lot of work, but if I can work it out to get it, I found a 79 model cab. It's almost identical in North Carolina that I can buy, and it's in really good shape. grab something when you can't see it. There we go. The sun's right in my eyes. I can't see nothing. Yeah, the cab I was talking about, that's in North Carolina. The guy sent me pictures of it. It's a complete cab. It's got everything, the hood, you know, doors and everything. He sent me pictures of the inside. The dash is in really good shape. Seat's good. And the bed on this truck's in good shape too, but somebody has left a bunch of blacktop in it, and it's hardened in there, so I'm gonna have to get that out. It shouldn't be too bad to do with the excavator, and if it comes down to it, I can put the jackhammer on the excavator and chip it out. If I can do it without busting a hole in the bottom of the bed, because like I said, the bed's it don't look like it now, but it's in good shape. It don't have no holes in it. The cross members are fairly good shape. They don't have a whole lot of rust. There's no rust all the way through, but it's got surface rust, so. But I can fix any of that, so that's no big deal. So, I mean, I'm getting if I can get it worked out to get the truck, I'm getting the truck for the price of what it would cost me to put 2 tires on it. So, I mean, you can't beat that. It's got a Cummins diesel engine in it. The engine by itself is worth more than what 4 times what I'd be given for it. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to get from up here. I'm gonna have to go down below and get the rest. This poor old excavator, it's 20 years old now, or almost. One more year and it'll be 20 years old. And I'd say it's had a rough life, because it was in a rental fleet in North Carolina, so. But, you know, I've done some work to it, and like I said, I don't know if you guys have been with the channel long enough, you know, I put a brand new engine in it last year. I let someone borrow it, and the water pump went out, and the guy kept running it, and cracked the head gasket, or busted the head gasket, or the head one. I don't know which one it done first. And it built up pressure in the system and blew the radiator. So it's got pretty much everything new. It's got a new, I went ahead while I had it tore down and put a hydraulic pump in it. So I mean, it's pretty much brand new. It's got new tracks on it. All the jacks has been rebuilt except for the top jack, where the the one that curls in the bucket. Yeah, there goes the police. Something's going on. I've got to get that fixed because the seal's leaking pretty bad on it. But overall, this has been a really good excavator. I've done stuff with it that people said couldn't be done, so. I hate to rub on that tree like that and hurt the bark on it, but I'm in a place where I can't really break this stuff. If I can get me a little path around it where I can get the other side, then I can do something. Right here's where that tree shear I'm wanting to make would come in handy. I'd like to have $1 for every tree branch or tree limb that I've moved with this excavator. I'd be rich. I think I've hit my camera with a tree limb. Yep. There we go, that's better. I hadn't paid no attention to it. I don't know how long it's been tilted down like that. Let's see if I can get a hold of this tree and pull it down to me. think it's just going to keep breaking off. Let this thing dry out real good, and this summer let's see, I better leave that one on so I got something to grab a hold of. I gotta figure out why my door is squeaking and rattling so much. I put all new bushings in it and new latches and everything in it, and it still just rattles like a coffee can full of rocks or something. Aggravates me to death. Whoops. I was sitting there looking over the hill watching traffic, wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Better watch, I'll get myself trapped in here. If I pull it down, I get part of it that I can't break off. I better call that good for now and get back on the other side of this thing. Let's see. That'd be about all I can break. That's one thing about this excavator, it's got a strong thumb for a small excavator. That tree's a lot harder than I thought it was. Roll that tree like a crocodile. Who needs a stinking chainsaw? I'd say I do after this. I don't think I'm going to get much. I better leave it at that so I can get the chainsaw down here after a while and cook that up. I don't want to have to get down off of the hill because I'm pulling it right down on top of an old brush pile that I put there last summer, or back in the spring, I mean. I'd say that tree'd make pretty good firewood, but I don't know. Like I said before though, I know one thing, it stinks. That thing smells awful. Sure, I think I'm starting to lose my voice. I'm talking too much. Man, that looks so much different with that tree gone. That was a pretty good sized tree. It didn't take me long to break them limbs out with the excavator though. I'd rather break them out like that than cut them. It's safer for one, and it's a lot more fun. Plus it's cold out here and the excavator's got heat. I did tear the bank up just a little bit, but that's all right. Eventually I'm going to continue this wall on out and fix that bank right there so it's a little bit easier to take care of. Maybe put a flower bed or something in it. But I took my Ego chainsaw in when I went to get the steel and set it in the floor, and then I just now went in to was going to put the battery on charge, and it's showing 3/4 charge in it again. I guess it sat there and warmed up. It's only 21 degrees out here, so it's still cold. It zaps the juice out of the battery real quick. It's like I've already gone through 3 GoPro batteries in what short time I've been recording. It don't take long. But I'm going to let that charge up some and maybe try to cut that up some more. I don't know if I'll get to it today or not. The sun's going down, so it's going to get cold quick. There's my compactor. I'm going to work on this winter and paint it. I got a heck of a deal on that thing. It didn't run when I got it. They turned it upside down in a ditch and got oil on top of the piston, and they thought the engine was ruined, so I got that fixed. I only went down 1 bar. I am really surprised how good these things work. I bought it just to take on the side-by-side when we go riding, but you could actually do some work with one of these if it's not too cold out, but it's done really good. I mean, I've only used it 3 or 4 times, but you know, this and one other thing I've cut is, you know, a big tree, and it's handled it pretty good. I'd say, you know, you'd have to keep a really good sharp chain on it for it to actually be efficient, but it does all right. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this video. Like I said before, if any of you guys know what kind of tree this is, and if you think it's any good for making stuff out of, I mean, that's a pretty wood. I do a lot of woodworking, and I do wood turning too, so I may actually just let this sit on this bank and dry out over the winter, and then I'll cut it up into blanks and use it for my wood lathe, or cut some boards to make stuff out of. That is, if it's a good wood for that. Just, if anybody knows, just drop it in the comments and let me know. Because I'm always looking for stuff to work with to make stuff out of. Here comes my stupid dog. It's untelling where she's been. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to get inside and warm up. But if you guys would, you know, like and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. It sure helped me out. But I guess I'll see you on the next one.